Hi everyone, STAB here. Today I'm on the Land of Fire map in the German Tier 8 premium battleship, the Tirpitz. Now, I've only recently just got the Tirpitz. I got it during the summer sale. But she's fully moduled out, and let's see how she does in a battle. Now, it's a Tier 10 match, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Now, the Tirpitz is different from her sister, the Bismarck, in that the Tirpitz has torpedoes and the Bismarck has hydro. Now, I personally believe that hydro is better, especially on a battleship. But as a nice surprise, the torpedoes are very, very good. They're very handy. You won't be sinking other battleships with them unless they've taken a substantial amount of damage beforehand. But it's just nice to have. So, there are 3 capture points. It's Domination, Alpha, Bravo and Charlie. And we're going to head between Alpha and Bravo. And as you can already tell by the map, yep, the lemming train is already forming. It's common at low tier, it's even common at high tier. It's just something you just come to expect. I did play this on a weekend, and as many of you know will know from experience that weekend players, they love to follow the trend. But we do have one cruiser going between the Bravo and Charlie capture points. Now he's going to prove invaluable. Unfortunately, spoilers, he's not going to survive too long, but he does survive long enough to slow the enemy down for some of us to form some sort of counterattack later on. Now I'm sailing towards Alpha with another Tirpitz and quite a bit of our squadron, but as you can see, I keep looking back towards the Bravo and Charlie capture points, because even at this stage of the battle I'm thinking, do I need to turn back? Do I need to just turn around and see if I can lend some sort of act like a bulwark to stop the enemy steamrolling and outflanking us? We spotted the enemy DD near Alpha. There's another battleship up there and a cruiser. I'm going to keep back behind this other Tirpitz because, you know, it's a Tirpitz. They could mistakenly think, oh, I've got torpedoes, I'm just going to fire them, even though they only have a 6-kilometer range. Now, as you probably saw there's a Constant, the premium Soviet Tier 9 cruiser, insert brackets, and he's got some very, very nasty guns, so, and he can fire a hell of a lot quicker than I can, so Tirpitz versus the Constant, I think the Constant probably going to come out top. So, but steaming towards Alpha, not really much in the way of exchanges of fire going on just yet. The teams are merely jockeying for position, but as you may have noticed, the Charlie capture point is being capped. Now, it's actually being capped by 2 battleships, a Bismarck and an Alsace are actually over there at Charlie. Now, as you can see, the cruiser we have closest to Charlie is trying to get some eyes on them, and I'm going to turn around because there is no point in all of us going all the way to Alpha. One of our destroyers is Captain Bravo, which is fantastic, and that's going to start getting us some points going in. Now, as you can see, there's the Alsace and the Bismarck. Now, that also says to us that there must be a destroyer over there in front of them. So, but I think our cruiser, if RNG is on his side and so is luck, he should be able to take out that destroyer that capped Bravo. No, sorry, capped Charlie. We're capping Bravo, but we're not doing a very good job of it. Unfortunately, our destroyer excuse me, keeps getting reset, so we're not really gaining any points while the enemy has a steady stream coming in. So I'm heading back towards the Charlie capture point. I'm going to keep it out of sight of the enemy so they can't see what I'm doing. if you have it set on your minimap, which I hope most of you do, if you see on my minimap the blue line going around, that is when I'm actually going to be spotted. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not spotted. Let's see, in the enemy catch point, that's a Henry IV. So it wasn't a destroyer that was capping, it was actually a Henry IV. I thought it was a destroyer with how fast it was capped, but nope. And there we go, first blood to the enemy. We've just lost our shimmer. I'm going to take the shots out at the enemy Minotaur. My secondaries are going at it, but our Buffalo, that's doing a fantastic job of holding the line, took him out. I'm hoping to get undetected. Our Buffalo is heading back behind that island. There is the enemy, one of the enemy Bismarcks. Struts out against him. As soon as my guns return, I want to fire a full volley. I'm instantly spotted. And there were some shots over there that looked like the Alsace. So we're going to head south a minute. We're going to kite away, try and get out of line of sight. And there's the Alsace. And as you can see, her secondaries. Now, I believe that this enemy Alsace is secondary build, because the range at which her secondaries opened up was at least 11 kilometers. Their Harakaze takes out our North Carolina with torpedoes, and I believe we managed to take out the Harakaze at the same time. Yep, we did. Brilliant. So we've lost 2 ships each, but because the enemy has a steady stream of points coming in, we've lost another ship. Our Chapayev has been taken out by their Alsace. So I'm going to kite away from him. Our Buffalo is doing a good job of hiding behind the island, but this is when I realise that there is nothing to stop us being flanked. Apart from the fact that our other Tirpitz that was heading towards the Alpha capture point with me is now heading back. I see a Bismarck on low health. I'm going to try and get my guns around. Our Worcester has taken out their Cleveland, which is always nice. A multiple rapid firing cruiser with annoying fire starting HE. It's always good to see the bottom of the ocean. Nope, so our Tirpitz is coming around, and I think, yeah, go on then. I might as well. I have virtually all my health, so I'm going to start turning. I'm going to get one more set of shots out at this Bismarck, who is on fire, and I'm going to turn around and meet this Alsace head on. The Henry IV does take out our Buffalo. That Buffalo did a fantastic job of holding the line, but as you can see, this is what I feared. We are now being outflanked, and there is nothing apart from my friendly Tirpitz, who's almost dead, and myself. I haven't really done a lot this game, nearly 20,000, which isn't a lot at this stage of the match. Our North Carolina finally takes out their Bismarck, which is always good, and there's that Bismarck behind the Alsace. Now, I know that our Tirpitz is firing him as well. I'm going to let my secondaries, if I try and get them to angle correctly, but I'm not going broadside. I'm going to show myself head on, and I'm going to try and close the distance, because as with most, if not all, German battleships, the Tirpitz has a turtleback armour scheme, so the closer I get to him, the less chance his shells have of actually penetrating my citadel and doing major damage. I'm checking the angle with my torpedoes to see where he's at, see how fast he's going and where he's headed, and he's virtually slowing down, and he isn't changing direction. So, and another good spot on that for me is he's aiming at, I believe it's either the cruiser behind me or the Tirpitz. By the look of his guns, it was definitely the cruiser further up to the north. I don't... I'm weathering the incoming fire. I'm letting my secondaries set him on fire, and I'm waiting for my guns to reload, but I believe my secondaries... Yep, my secondaries finished. No, it wasn't my secondaries, it was my primaries that took him out. Slight misjudgment there. So, almost full health Bismarck against me and my Tirpitz. And as you can see, can you already guess what's going to happen? As the enemy ship is broadside. No, he's broadside because he is getting all of his guns to bear. You know, that's a good thing, but I think he may have forgotten that the Bismarck's sister ship, the Tirpitz, has torpedoes. So I'm going to close the range on him. I'm going to keep myself bowed towards him. I'm going to angle slightly and let my secondaries try and set him on fire, hoping he's going to use his damage repair, which he isn't. I'm checking the angles because I don't want to present too much broadside to him, so I can get my torpedoes away. I'm going to remain angled, and I'm going to turn into him because I want him to keep trying to. I want him to tunnel vision on me, so that he won't see the incoming storm of torpedoes when they hit him. And I believe he may have realised, but it's slightly too late because 1, 2, 3. 3 hits, and that is an almost full health Bismarck taken out. I'm going to wait for my heal to come off cooldown, and I'm going to start regaining some health. So with damage repairing me, I'm going to take a moment to not fire my guns, and that is when I spot a very, very juicy target. I inform my team that the flank that was looking that it was fallen was now secure, and this is when I spot that Kronstadt from the north. There's that Henry IV. He's going to be a thorn in my side for quite a bit more of this battle. Our gearing, the enemy gearing has just killed our Frederick de Grosser, but that Kronstadt is what's on my mind. That annoying Henry IV takes out our North Carolina. The enemy's still winning on points, but we have more ships. But, you know, it can go either way. There's 7 minutes left. I'm going to fire some shots out. That Kronstadt must have been on fire because his health is drastically low. So I'm going to send out some speculative shots from my front guns. There's some incoming fire on him. And RNG, please praise me. There we go. 2 over penetrations, but it's enough to take out that premium Soviet Tier 9 cruiser. So, I'm going to head toward... Now, I'm not going to head towards Bravo. I'm going to head towards the Charlie capture point, because I want to try and stop the points that the enemy team have from coming in. Thanks to the kill on that Kronstadt and the enemy team losing that ship that was up to the north. I didn't quite catch what it was, but we're now winning on points. But just to make sure, I'm going to go and cap the Charlie capture point. And it's good that I am, because that Henry IV is coming towards me. Now, I've done over 100,000 damage in a tier 10 match, and you know, we've done really well. We've actually worked as a team eventually. It took time. We were drastically losing at one point. You know, it looked like we were going to be outflanked, but that's the thing. Never give up. You know, take the skills that you've learnt in the game. Hopefully you've learnt some skills. Please, don't just go in there thinking, oh, I'm going to buy a high tier premium and then hope for the best. You know, I bought this Tirpitz after I had 2 tier 10s. You know, I didn't just suddenly rush out a few minutes after starting the game thinking, yeah, high tier premium. Don't go and do that, please, because you won't be much help to your team at all. You'll make some XP and credits, but you won't do your team any favours. So I'm going to ambush this Henry IV. I know he's probably going to be firing torpedoes. So, but it's that late in the game that I'm hoping that it's a last bit of damage. It is a bit of a dirt move on my part coming up, because I will see the torpedoes coming. You'll see me angling away, but it'll be just too late. So my secondaries are working him over. I'm waiting to get a decent angle for my guns. I'm waiting. But this looks like it should be game. And there's the enemy. So it looks like we're going to take out both of their ships at the